Hello, Mike AC9MN here with another short video on how I've got my Davis connected to the internet for Citizen Weather Observer program, Weather Underground, and Weathercloud. For my Davis, this is the Davis console, and I have the Weatherlink IP device, which is the Ethernet connection connected to the internet. The switch for my computer is directly behind my computer, so I got a short Cat5 cable run into the switch. And basically what I've got is a small little ASUS netbook that I picked up at Walmart for about $100. And this is running the Weatherlink software. To get a good quality upload to Weatherlink or to Weather Underground and Citizen Weather Observer program, they prefer 5-minute intervals. There is a way to do it through the website. It's 15-minute default unless you upgrade to Pro. Another thing with the weather station files can be quite large, so I recommend, especially if you're going to use a netbook, is to use an external drive to put your weather files on. And basically what that's going to do is they'll give you about a terabyte or so of space to store your weather data. The way I have mine configured is I used to use an external drive. Now what I do is I use a network storage drive, so I can access this from either one of my two computers. So the Weatherlink computer can access it, and my main PC can access it. The only thing I did with the netbook is I upgraded the Windows software from Windows 10 Basic to Windows 10 Pro to give me the ability to be able to remote into the computer. And that's so I don't have to open it. I can just click a remote desktop link I have on my main computer and it will open. First things first, when you're looking to input your data into Weatherlink or into the Weatherlink software for Weathercloud, Weather Underground, and Citizen Weather Observer program, you're going to need to know your latitude and longitude in two formats. One of them is going to be dotted decimal. The other one is going to be degrees, minutes, seconds. You can do this very easily using a program called Google Earth. If you place a pin on the map where you want to put your weather station or where the weather station is, and go ahead and right-click on that and click Properties, it'll come up with your latitude and longitude. Now, to change that, you just go into your Tools, Options, and Show Lat Long. You change it from decimal degrees to degrees, minutes, seconds. Click Apply, click OK. Then you go back onto the place mark, hit Properties, and you'll have it degrees, minutes, seconds. That's real easy. You're also going to need to know this information if you're setting up a Davis console for the first time to get it right. You can also use a program on your phone called GPS Essentials, which will do basically the same thing. It'll give you different formats for your position based on either degrees, minutes, seconds, or dotted decimal. With that done, we can close out of that. I'm going to minimize this for now. Now, to get to to be able to upload data to Weather Underground and Weathercloud through Davis Weatherlink, you need add-on modules for the software. Your first module we're going to look for is the Weatherlink module, and it's going to be under, if you Google Weather Underground Davis Weatherlink module, the first hit you'll get is PWS Weatherlink WonderWiki Weather Underground. And if you click on that link, you'll get the download and save this file place so you can retrieve it later. And that's the DLL file for the Weather Underground module. Weathercloud's the same way. If you Google Weathercloud Weatherlink module, you'll get Weatherlink-Weathercloud. Click on that and you'll get the link to download the Weathercloud module. Once those are done, what you want to do is you want to save them to your desktop. I've already got them saved and moved in. You're going to open your computer. You open your hard drive. Open your Weatherlink module. Open your expansion modules, and you want to drag those two modules into here. Then you can go ahead and close this. You want to do this first of all with Weatherlink closed, because any changes you make, you'll have to close it anyway, so you might as well close it to begin with. Then you can close that folder, open your Weatherlink. You're going to go to File, manage modules, you can click add module, and it's going to look in your Weatherlink expansion modules folder by default, and this is where you're going to find your 2 modules to add. I've already have them added, so I'm going to click cancel here, and then enabled, you'll have an X to show that they're enabled. You click OK there, and once you do this for the first time, you will need to close and reopen Weatherlink. Once you do that, you'll see Weather Underground setting or Wonderground settings and Weathercloud settings. For Weather Underground settings, you'll need your station ID, your password, your upload intervals every 5 minutes, and your offset minutes. You can change that to 3, 2, 1. So instead of being uploaded every 5 minutes, it'll be uploaded every 6 minutes. You want to change your end date to a date way out in the future, because it will not let you have an end date on the same date at the same time. Click test, and it'll test your settings, and it'll let you know whether or not they're successful. Then you can go ahead and click upload observations. Weathercloud is the same way. You need your Weathercloud ID, then the key for the station. I believe this is every 15 minutes by default. And there's no way to change that. For the Citizen Weather Observer program, I've already got mine set up here. First of all, you're going to want to go in and configure your profile. We're going to start the upload every 5 minutes, starting at 2:37 p.m. is when it started. And you want to set it up for an offset, so every 5 minutes from 2:37 it'll upload again. You're going to want to select your report files. You're going to want to select your APRS weather report and click configure. You want to put in your call sign, which is your station ID that you get from the Citizen Weather Observer program. Mine is EW9274. Then you don't want to change any of this information. Your location, latitude, and longitude, this is where you'll need your degrees, minutes, seconds. And if you click modify, you can change the location. So it'll be 43 degrees, 0 minutes, 36 seconds, 88 degrees, 14 minutes, 10 seconds west. On the Vantage console, this is where you need the difference between degrees, minutes, seconds to dotted decimal. So on the Vantage console, mine is 43.0 and 88.2. Click OK to accept that. Click OK to accept that. Click OK to accept that. And we're going to click OK to accept that. It's also going to ask you to configure your internet settings. We're going to connect through a local server. We're not going to fill in any of this information here. And we're going to make sure that internet transfer is enabled. We're going to click OK. It's going to give you an invalid FTP entry because it's blank. And it's going to give you that error 3 times. You can go ahead and click out of that. Then you can click OK here. If everything is configured correctly, if you go to a website called aprs.fi, you will see your weather station show up as WX. It'll be a blue circle, and mine shows it's moved because of the fact that I had to go in and readjust my settings. And you'll see here that it was all the way over here, and I had to change my latitude longitude to get it to appear correctly. So it does happen. You may have to make minor adjustments to it. This is pretty close to where I want it to be. And if I click it, you can see all the information for the particular weather station. Another website you can go to is going to be my weather state or my weather data. And to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition back to my cam. Oop. And I'm going to change my other one to my desktop on primary. Transition to that, and you're going to see this. If I go to my Weatherlinks folder and go to weather conditions EW9274, this is my weather state. You can look at weather stations at findyou.com. And if I click my display panel, and it says reported it's due in 15 minutes, which is wrong. It should be due in more like 5 minutes. And you got 3, 5, and this is all my current conditions right here. Well, that's how I've got my weather station connected to the internet. So I hope you enjoyed this short video. If you have any questions, you can find me on Facebook. Actually, if you have any questions, well, I found all the instructions to do this by Googling it. So Google's your friend. That's all I have for now. 7-3 AC9 MN.